Hey guys, welcome back. I really should review Porsche more often. I got 30% dislikes on the last one I did. I seem to struck a nerve with the Porsche community, so let's see if I can do that again with the Panamera. Absolutely love these magnetic hinge doors. I don't know why every luxury car doesn't have this. Funny story, I actually made a video on 2025 Panamera, not this exact car, but a similar one, and I discovered when I was editing that halfway through my audio died because one of my mics died. That same mic is still at risk of dying during this video, so I will do my best to keep an eye out on the mic. Hopefully it doesn't die, or if I use my camera's audio or my other mic's audio, it might not sound as good. So I had to delete all that footage, and now I'm re-recording with a little bit different car. So that car actually had less equipment on it. It didn't have all the fancy leather. Like this has a nicer leather. It's a little smoother than the last car. Plus it's got leather up here and on the dash and everywhere. The other car did not have that. This is like a special leather, so we shall see. I'm definitely liking this interior color. This is the, if I'm not mistaken, black and Kalahari gray interior. I kind of dig it. And now for the button test. And now for the final button. It's been a long time since I did this, but against my better judgment, I am actually going to record the rest of this video of me talking about the car with the shotgun mic. Even though the audio quality will not be as good, my voice will not be as clear. It's only because I don't want the battery to die on my wireless mic like it did last time. I had to delete all that footage, and I'm like, fuck, you know, that sucks. Anyway, how did it do? Guys, I gotta tell you, the fit and finish in here was actually pretty good. I think it was better than the Macan EV that I just did, and I guess it's kind of restored my faith back in Porsche. To be honest, I think this actually did a little bit better than the Panamera that I kind of just did last week. Like I said, I deleted all that footage because the audio was messed up. That car didn't have quite as many options, so it had the vinyl dash and door and everything. It didn't have as much leather as this car. It had a little bit more plastic in it, so I got a lower material rating for sure. However, I think this car just squeaked a tiny bit less. Just a tiny bit. But anyway, we're not talking about that car, we're talking about this car, and the fit and finish in this car was pretty excellent. The only areas that I really noticed any minor squeaks was the anywhere that has the pathetic black piano veneer, which appears to be in a lot of places in this car. Don't know why Porsche uses this trim. This was the same thing in the other car too from last week. Black piano plastic veneer. Do any of you Porsche people know if you can actually spec a Panamera 4 just like this one with a trim that's not black piano looking plastic? I know for sure you could get wood in the original Panamera. You could get carbon fiber in that one too. I'm just tired of seeing the black piano fakery. I mean, it doesn't look good, it doesn't look expensive, and it scratches and shows fingerprints and dust very easily. It's just such a poor choice. Such a cheap out. And this car ain't cheap. It's 137 grand, according to that window sticker. This car is not affordable. We should not be using affordable materials in here. You know, the more coal that we have to burn, the more we have to damage this planet, the more it pleases me. At least I'm getting my money's worth. Yeah, other than the black piano bits making minor squeaks, everything else in here was rock solid. I'm actually pretty impressed. That's kind of consistent with the outgoing Panamera, the second gen. I'm feeling generous today. I would give this a 9 out of 10 for fit and finish. Would have been a perfect 10 if it wasn't for that terrible black piano veneer plastic making the little squeaks. As far as materials go, I was going to give the other car a 6 out of 10 for materials because it had the vinyl dash and everything like that. But this car does have a couple upgrades I want to talk about. Like I said, we have the full leather dash. It is a nice soft leather with some pretty good stitching in here, color contrast stitching. I like that quite a bit, and that carries over to the door. You know, this is all leather, and then even by your knees and lower, the glove box, that's all stitched leather with the white stitching. That's quite nice. Already talked about the black piano plastic looking trim, so I'm not going to get too deep into that. Then we got these seats here. I guess these are the Kalahari gray leather seats. Now the leather on this feels different than the leather on the Panamera from last week. This is definitely a grade above. This is definitely a softer, more supple leather than the other car. And we have the Porsche logo stamped up on the headrest. That's a nice little extra touch. I like these seats because they're pretty supportive, even for a larger gentleman. I'm 6'2", and in most cars, I can't get the seat low enough to save my life. I like to sit low in cars. Most cars, including my very own car, can't get the seat low enough to where I'm comfortable. Not the case in the Panamera. You can get the Panamera seat as low as you want. This is like you could be in a little bunker if you want. So if you're a tall gentleman or a tall lady, I don't judge, and you like to sit low, you should probably buy a Panamera. You will be quite pleased with the low seating position. The headliner and the sun visor are both cloth, actually. Not the worst feeling cloth in the world, although this car having the leather dash and whatnot, I kind of wish they included at least Alcantara on the headliner and sun visor. Maybe they offer that separately. I don't know. And then, like I've mentioned in other previous videos, the buttons and switchgear in modern Porsches tend to be pretty good. They are very tight, clicky, tactile feeling. Although I can't lie, a lot of these buttons do kind of feel not too different from the outgoing Panamera. Like, these paddle shifters are basically the same shape. A little bit different metal here. It is still metal, but it's like almost like a bronze or something. It's not really bronze, but you get the idea. It's a bit of a darker metal. I swear these window switches are identical as previous generations cars, but instead of having a glossy finish, they have more of a matte finish on the top. But the same amount of clickiness, even the shape and look of the buttons, to me, is the same. Yeah, a lot of that stuff in here is the same, but you know what they say. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. The only thing I don't like in here that's related to the buttons, switchgear, are the seat controls. I complained about this in the Macan EV. They used to be metal. These are the same shape of seat controls as the last car, but they were metal. These are plastic, even though they look like the bronzy sort of metal on the paddle shifters. They look the same, but they are not. These are definitely plastic. Kind of disappointing. That's a downgrade, in my opinion. So there you guys have it. The final score is going to be 9 out of 10 for fit and finish and 8 out of 10 for materials. One of the higher ranking cars of this year. Let me know your thoughts. I can't lie, this car feels so similar to the outgoing Panamera. I haven't taken this car out on the road just yet. I've only moved it around the parking lot I'm in, but just initially it doesn't look or feel any different from the second gen Panamera. It has about the same insulation and ride quality and stuff. It handles the bumps about the same. The steering feels the same as the last car. I know this car is technically the third generation Panamera. You got different screens and stuff, although this screen looks pretty similar. The front and rear bumpers are different. Like, I know it's technically a different new car, but is it really though? In my opinion, this car feels like more of an evolution than a revolution, if that makes any sense. Would I go out and buy this car for $137,000 when the second generation car can be had as low as $50,000? Absolutely not. I'd rather have the second generation car. Most people won't be able to tell the difference anyway. It also goes to show how nice the second generation car is. But yeah, nice car. Would like to take it on the road one of these days like I did the other Panameras. Those seem to do pretty good on the road. I'm sure this one will be just fine. To all the Porsche nutcases that I may have triggered, God bless you. Thanks for the ad revenue. You guys really mean a lot to me. I'll catch you guys next time. Thank you for watching. Peace.